All right, hello, welcome back. It's been a while, but today, I finally got some results and we are able to finally enter them and upload them to Rating Central, which would effectively put us in a point where we're ready to use RCPS on a weekly basis. So when I left you last time, we had finished working on setting up the pennant. Now it's about running the pennant, okay? So you can see here, once you've gone out, you played around, you've got all your score sheets back, it's time to enter the results in, right? So there's a variety of things to be mindful of in entering results. So I'm going to try cover them as best I can. So um, on a separate screen, which you can't see, I've got a whole bunch of results, but I'll take you through the easy method and then the happy path, and then after that we'll look at an interesting scenario. Okay, so I'm in grade D1 and I want to go to this match for the moment. We're between Cleveland Pizza House and Spock and Tipster. So all you have to do, because of the way we set it up, which is ABXY, and so you got AB, X, Y, X, all you have to do is just set people up into AB and XY. So in this score sheet, I've got Jim and then Jimmy, and then I've got Ian and then George. So then now the things that you need to be mindful of is to have auto one winner selected, enter equals next match, and smart tab. Now these are little cheats and they're pretty good. So if you set this up correctly, you'll be fine. Now you click create match. Okay, so because of the way doubles has been set up, which is ABXY, you don't have to enter anyone for the doubles because it puts them in automatically as ABXY. However, if I had a different format, and let's say I had four singles, um, one double here, right? No, that one doesn't work. Yes, this one here. And then I create the match. You see that this, because it has doubles here, what it's expecting to see is that you have entered players in the double section. So in this case, I'd have to add Jim and Jimmy, and then Ian and put Ian and George in, create the match, and then they would put Jim and Jimmy, Jim and Jimmy, and Ian and George down there. Okay, but that's not what we want. We don't want that format. So I'm going to clear all of that to where we were, which is 1D1X best of 7. So go back. 1D1AX best of 7, which puts us where we wanted. Go back to Jim and Jimmy. So to enter players into the section, all you have to do is just click their name and it automatically selects them. All you have to do is click on their name and then it deselects them. So click, click, and click, click. Very simple, right? Now, when you have auto winner, enter equals next match, and smart tab selected, all you have to do is just enter the losing results and it'll automatically fill in the rest. So in this case, the doubles were lost by Jim and Jimmy, 6, 2, 8, 7. And by clicking 6 tab, 2 tab, 8 tab, 7 tab, it automatically pastes the 11s in. And then once I clicked tab after 7, it automatically went to the next line. The one annoying thing about RCPS is that you can't use your cursor to click into a cell. You have to use the arrow, so up, down, cross, cross, or otherwise enter will take you down, but I tend to use the arrows. So in this case, we would have some more scores. So 4 tab, 10 tab, 8 tab, 5 tab, 3 tab, 3 tab, 7 tab, 4 tab, 3 tab, 10 tab, 4 tab, 6 tab. And then in this case, Jimmy won the first one, 11-8. So how do we get to the other side? Well, you could use your arrows, or if you're right here, tab will take you right across, enter your losing result, tab again, the 11 goes there. And then to get back to the other side, tab, 5 tab, 5 tab, 4 tab, 3 tab. And as you can see, it's all in. You click calculate and that'll calculate all the results for the purpose of the ladder. And then you click save. You're done. That's a simple case. Now let's go for a little bit more of a difficult case. All right. So in this case, in the score sheet, we had a fill-in, right? So Mike Willopo did not play, but Greg Bristow played. So how do we deal with that? Well, first of all, you would need to add a player, right? So as we have done before, in adding team players, you might want to add a player to your player list so that next time they are used, you could refer to them. And then if you want them to have a ladder, then you could include them into the team and then they would accrue points, right? So now we got John entered, right? And then here we would click on this drop down to select on Greg Bristow, and he's temporarily added as a substitute and automatically slotted into B. Chu and Tony played as normal, and then you click create match. Now, again, we would enter our scores. So they lost 7 tab, 7 tab, 6 tab, 8 tab. Then we've got 9 tab, tab, 10 tab, tab, 5 tab, 7 tab, 9 tab, 3, 7 tab, 3, 7, 5, 2, 9, 11, 10, 6, 9, 7, 7, and then 11, 9, 10, 9, 9. Okay, and then calculate and save. Now, you might be wondering, okay, what if someone forfeits? Okay, very simple. So let's clear this last result. Let's say Greg forfeited his last match. I would click Alt, click, and then automatically it adds forfeits, right? Or I could just simply go F, 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 and then that's my forfeit. And then RCPS, when you upload to Rating Central, won't pick that up. Another scenario would be, okay, someone entered a result incorrectly. How would RCPS be able to pick that up? So let's say I put, we'll go tab 11, 9, 10, and then 9, and then I accidentally put a 9 in there. And when I go calculate, notice how that goes into red? That tells you that score is incomplete or it's incorrect. And so you would have to look back at it and be like, oh, actually, Greg won that one 11-9. So I might update that to 11 and then change that to a 9, calculate again, and then it's all clear. Let's say Greg did not play that last match, but Michael Willopo actually did. So how would I be able to identify that? So what you could do is that because, let's say Mike, he came late, what you'll do is click shift click on Greg's name, and then it'll ask you to enter your player, and then you just type in Willopo, Michael. And then when you click on that, it changes it automatically. However, that is not what we want, so I will just click shift click again, and then add Greg Bristow in. All right, calculate and save. Always click calculate and save. Okay, and then what you would check now in D2, I did all of those beforehand. So if I was to go to my ladders now, you can see that it started to populate them as we discussed previously. So it's all populated at all. That's D1, right? And then we've got D2 right here. So we can see that it's all coming together now. All right, so that's entering match results and checking out your ladders. And what we'll talk about in the next video is how to upload to Rating Central. So stay tuned.